Hello guys, and welcome to a new WARNO video today by me, Vulcan. In this one I'm really excited to share with you an overview of the 303rd Tank Division, a new Czechoslovakian division available in the SOUTHAG expansion. 8 of the divisions are released now, including this one, and available early if you own the expansion pass or gold edition. Let's jump on in. I'm going to go through all of the units and we'll put together a quick deck. So starting here with the BAV 485, the good old boat supply, 500 supply, 25 points, 12 on a card. Then we have the V3S, which gets the 750 supply, 30 points, 8 on a card. Then we've got the T815, which is a nice solid transport, 85 km/h off-road speed, 3000 supply, 80 points, 2 on a card. Really nice supply vehicle this because of the off-road speed. Like the V3S really struggles because it only got 60, and same with the BAV. Then we got ourselves a half track. The OT810R2 gets the machine gun on top. It's cool to see this in the game. 35 points, 2 on a card. And then the OT62, again just 2 on a card, 40 points. And we got the UAZ, which you get 3 on a card. So that's nice. 80 points. Decently fast on road, not so fast off road. Then we got the OT65 VP, which you also get 3 on a card, which is nice. Armored command vehicle with a good speed. 100 km/h on road, 75 km/h off road. Is also amphibious, which I guess could be helpful in some situations. And then there is the option of the field supply depot. Moving on to the infantry, we have ourselves the Czechoslovakian machine gun, the UK VZ59, with the 30% accuracy, 1200 meter range, pretty standard stuff, 15 point squad, 12 on a card. Then we got the TAI, which is the military police again. Military police are granting a suppression regeneration bonus to nearby allies and remove any reservist traits from them. They do come in with the TAI UAZ or the Jeep there, which has slightly more health, or truck I guess it is. Then we have the Velitel, which is a reservist security squad, also militia. So you're getting all of the debuffs. It does have the Taraznica, the T21 recoilless, which does have 1025 meter range, 35% accuracy. These are actually pretty good at close range as well. But yeah, the reservist trait reduces weapon accuracy and makes them take more suppression, and then militia trait, the unit takes longer to aim and reload compared to regular units, so it's not ideal. And I don't think you can remove the militia trait with military police. You can only remove the reservist trait. You still get security, which increases the optics from normal to good when they are stationary. Same goes for these. We've got reservist militia squads with security trait. 7 VZ58s, the VZ59 and the RPG75. 8-man squad, 30 points. 12 on a card. It's a very cheap squad. Then we got the Zalaznice. So the leader is just a 3-man squad with an RPG 7VM. These are reservists again. They do get an array of transports. So I'm just checking the other transports there, but these have OT64s with the Dushka. They've got the OT64 with the KPVT and PKT, the OT62, and the OT62B, which gets the Taraznica as well, which is the recoilless there on the front, which has 45% accuracy with 1 bet. We got the Zalaznice. So these guys are a 10-man squad with 2 Scorpions, VZ58, VZ59, and the RPG75, which is the 13-pen, 675 meter range, 39% accurate launcher. It's 39% in this case because, again, the reservist trait at 1 bet, that's 45%. You're definitely going to want to up bet these, I think. And choices of transports, you can either go OT64C, which is the KPVT one, or the OT64B, which gives you that recoilless. And I think the recoilless could be very handy to have. Then we have the Zalaznica, which has the recoilless as well. And these are 16-man squads. So these are 10-man, but these are 16-man squads. Reservist, 75 points. They come with the V3S as their transport because they can't fit in anything else, I imagine. They get 14 rifles, 2 machine guns, the RPG-75 and the Talasnitsa. These have really done a number on me in games I've played so far. So yeah, I definitely don't think this is a unit to sleep on. Give them a military police and you're going to be laughing. And then we have the Motostrelci. So this is a 7-man leader with smoke grenade, which is actually kind of nice. They can be brought in with the V3S, the OT62B with the recoilless, or the BMP. Then we have the Motostrelci, which is your 7-man squad with the RPG-75. You've got the OT62A as a transport there, or the BMP-1. You've got the Panzerovnitsi, which is the 2 RPG-7VL squads. In this case, they can be brought in with the OT62D, which has both the Talasnitsa, but also the longer recoilless here, which is an 82mm recoilless, which is 15 penetration, 1,575 meter range, 35% accuracy. So double recoilless unit. Very nice indeed. Genista, classic 35-point Pioneer squad with 8 Scorpions and the Satchel Charge, or Engineer squad, whatever you want to call it. They are reasonably priced. Don't have any armored transports though. Then we got the recoilless here, 15 penetration, 1,575 meter range, 35% accuracy. Also can be brought in with the OT62D with the double recoilless loadout. So you could like unload this and then have triple recoilless firing at someone. Could be a fun thing to try out. And then we got the Streltsy. So this is the leader. 8-man squad with smoke grenade and RPG-75. Actually a really solid leader. OT-64C, OT-62B are the transports, and the Streltsy, which is another decent squad. 9 strength, 7 assault rifles, 2 machine guns, RPG-7VL with the OT-64 and the OT-62B as options. Like, I really do like the OT-64B as an option. The OT-64C is obviously giving you the speed if you need them. So you're probably going to have like a mix of both. Some for the start of the game, and then the rest will probably be for the rest of the game. Like, I think long term OT-62Bs will give you more value than the OT-64C. But that's your infantry tab. Yeah, standout squad really is the Reservist squad, which is not something I thought I would say in WARNO, but in this case it certainly is. Moving on to the artillery, we have 82mm mortars available with UAZs and OT-62As. There's the 122mm, the old Soviet guns. 122 is okay. Limited on range for sure, but decent rate of fire. Big 152mm, again limited on range, and rate of fire is okay, actually, for 152. Just make sure you don't leave them without their transports, because, yeah, you're not going to be able to like avoid counter battery otherwise. Then there's the rockets. So you've got the RM51, which is 130mm rockets. You get 3 salvos of 32 rockets at a time. It's okay. Like, the damage is nice. So if you have it close enough to the front line, you can reduce the dispersion, get some really good hits. And then there's also the RM85 or 7085, which is your classic 122mm rocket artillery. Both of these are HE. This one's slightly less damage, but you obviously get way more range and less dispersion if you move it closer. Then we have the tank tab, and in the tank tab here you can get a lot of T-34-85s. So they have 2 cards of 12 T-34-85s for 30 points each. They also have 2 cards of SD-100s for 45 points, 12 on a card. These actually have decent penetration. Like, the T-34 is not ideal because it's only 10 pen. It can deal with infantry quite nicely, but the SD-100 is actually kind of scary with 16 pen, 1,925 meter range, and 10 round per minute rate of fire. So if you put a few of these in a tree line and ambush something, you're going to do a decent amount of damage. There's also 85mm AT guns for 45 points. Spreading these around the place could be really nasty because they do have 1925 meter range as well. Like the T-34 struggles with its range, but yeah, these AT guns with good stealth, again, great ambushing potential here. And they can provide HE fire support as well with 10 round per rate of fire. So yeah, something to consider. V3S OT62As are the transports. There's also the 100mm. You can see again the price here. I pointed this out before. It's because they're decent artillery. So they got 5 round per minute rate of fire artillery. So if you're not actively engaging something directly with the AT gun, then you can switch to HE and use that instead. And that's kind of nice. But I don't know if it's worth 100 points. Maliotka, it's nice because of the good stealth on the BRDM. But otherwise, 17 pen, not the best for an HGM, but still able to catch out units in the side armor because of the 2,625 meter range. Then we got the T-54 BK, which is, you know, not a great tank because it kind of lacks the range again, 1,925 meters. Like some of the Czechoslovakian T-55s are really nice because they have 2,275 meter. Unfortunately, in this case, because the T-54s, they don't get that nice upgraded gun. You're lacking the range. You've still only got 14 pen. Yeah, really not as effective. And yeah, that goes for the non-leader variant as well. Finally, the T-72ME2, which is solid, 2,100 meter range. You probably want to up-vet these so they have 2 vet, and then you get 65% accuracy. 2,100 meter range, 15 front armor is not as good as the 17 on some of the Czechoslovakian T-72s, but 19 pen. Yeah, so you're kind of getting the dregs of the armor in this division for the Czechoslovakians. Then for the recon, we've got some reservist militia 15-point recon squads with very good optics. These are cheaper than the UAZ, which is really funny. But I guess could be useful for like spreading around to give you information. There's the OT65, which is the exceptional optics. Really sad that it doesn't have smoke, but otherwise is pretty good to have around. It does still get good stealth. There's the Vidra variant, which does get the Telesnitzer and the machine gun on top, which again gets good stealth, but with a bit of a weapon. You are sacrificing, unfortunately, the optics here, because this has the optics equipment on the back, whereas this doesn't have it, so it's only good optics. There is some T-34s with good optics. Okay, I'm not sure how useful that's going to be. And there's also the half-tracks with a mounted recoilless rifle with good optics. Then we got the 4-man recon teams with RPG-75s, can be brought in with the OT-65. And then there's also the motorized Pruskomnisi, which is actually a decent squad, 7-man recon squad with an RPG-7VM, has the V3S, has the OT-810 as a transport, or the MI-4A. Such a gorgeous little helicopter. It really isn't. But yeah, the ugly duckling of the MIs. All right, moving on to the AA. We have the Strela 2M with the terrible accuracy and HE. You can get 12 on a card. You can't really up-bet them much, so really not good in this deck. Then there's the quad 12.7mm machine gun as AA. Really lacking range. Could probably do a decent amount of damage against infantry on the ground, or at least suppression. Comes in with the V3S for 30 points. Then we've got a twin 30mm on the ground. So this is, I think, the gun that's actually in the Braga in this thing, just mounted on the ground. Still really good for 35 points, actually. So probably worth it. And you can up-bet them quite nicely, so they can do a decent amount of damage. There's the Bofors. It's a 57mm gun. It's okay. And the 130. Like, it has 3,525 meter range against aircraft, but I don't really see this hit anything. It's only got 10% accuracy. Like, it'd be really funny to watch this hit like a Hornet out of the sky. Imagine that. Like pre-aiming a Hornet that's going 1,250 kilometers per hour and somehow managing to shoot it down. That'd be so glorious to watch. You should definitely get these, just to have 5 of them set up in like a battery. Right, then we got the Stuka, which is the twin 30mm on the wheels. Yeah, decent anti-air. And there's also the Krug. So you're kind of really lacking like decent long-range AA. I mean, Krugs are good, don't get me wrong, but when units have high ECM, you're like really rolling the dice. You know, it's like massive RNG required to allow your Krugs to actually hit the mark. Like if people are bringing in like Voodoos and the new like German ECM aircraft over your Krugs, they're not going to hit anything because you're going to be down to like 10% accuracy or something when you consider both the debuff that's given to you by the like electronic warfare, but also the ECM of the aircraft you're trying to target, like Hornets with 40% ECM. So yeah, Krugs can become very, very ineffective in that scenario. But again, really just dependent on RNG at that rate. Moving on to the helis, the Mi-4s are out in force. They have quite a lot of rockets actually, like 4 rocket pods, 4 big rocket pods, 32 in each. So decent payload, and also get a gun on them, 12.7mm gun. And then you got the Rocket 2 variant, which actually gets some really nice rockets, like 130mm rockets are nice. 2,275 meter range, 30% accuracy. Like these are solid Mi-4s. Finally, the air tab. You get some nice paint jobs here. L39 with rockets. So just a rocket support plane for 60 points. Actually kind of nice, very cheap. You got the L39 with the 4 250kg bombs, and there's also an L39 with rockets and air-to-air. So it has the low accuracy R13, but it has decent damage. So you could use this with the 23 to take out helicopters maybe. I'm not sure how effective it's actually going to be, but it goes slow enough that it's going to have its gun on target for a while. So yeah, could be decent for that purpose at least. MiG-21 MF with 4 240mm rockets. Don't know how effective these are these days. Not a loadout I would pick generally, but check out the paint job on them. Very cool. And then we got the HE1 variant, which is 2 250kg bombs, but you get 2 R60s, which are 55% accurate. You've got the MiG-21 with 2 500kg bombs and 2 250kg bombs. So pretty nice payload actually. Will delete infantry very easily. There's also a loadout that has 2 napalm bombs, 2 big napalm bombs, 500kg bombs, with 2 250 HE bombs. So another nice loadout for killing infantry. And then there's a Custer loadout which gets 2 500kg cluster bombs and 2 250kg cluster bombs. So double cluster loadout, which is going to absolutely nuke heavy tanks. And these are very fast, like 1,125 km/h speed, 10% ECM. Might not survive on the other end, but will probably get the strike off before it dies. So good for trading into like T-80UDs and stuff like that you might struggle with. And there's MiG-21 MFs, which have R60s, actually 4 R60s, and then 2 R13s with the 45% accuracy 5HE. And then there's the MiG-21 MA, which gets a little bit of a longer missile, only a little bit though, the R3R. So 5HE, 4,275 meter range, only 45% accuracy again. And then we have the Su-22M4 with its 2 KH-29Ts, 30% pen, or sorry, 30 pen with 50% accuracy. These are fire and forget, so that's very nice. You just go in circles and let them fire off on their own. And then finally, we have a very interesting aircraft, the Su-22M4 with rockets. These are the 122mm rockets. It's kind of like an airborne Grad. very, very interesting one. 2,450 meter range, 1.22 damage. Gonna delete infantry with these. And the crazy thing about it is it can fire all of them in one go. They are also technically heat rockets. So, yeah, they can do some damage against armored targets. I think I tried them against like Challenger 3s and they didn't really do anything. So, yeah, either way, 30% ECM, decent rocket aircraft. Very cool indeed. Interesting Czechoslovakian Air Force. Right, let's put together a quick deck. So, in the logistics tab, do we want a FOB? I'm going to say yes. We'll bring the OT-65 as our unit, and I'm going to bring in 2 of these trucks. I don't know if that's a bit risky. I probably should bring in some B3Ss. Yeah. Then we got the infantry. So we're definitely bringing these. I don't know if I want to upvet them. I think I do upvet them. And we'll bring in their leader as well, because their leader's pretty good. Although this leader's maybe better. Yeah, I think this leader's better actually. We'll probably want the normal Streltsy. And aside from that, maybe Zalosnitze with OT-62s. And we'll need the military police for taking away the reservist trait. But without the reservist trait, I think these are going to be pretty effective. The only thing that worries me about this is it's not very expensive. I do kind of want to try this combination out. Upvet SBG9. Well, I don't know if this is an SBG9 or if it's just a different kind of recoilless. But with triple recoilless like this, could be really fun. Also, this with triple recoilless could be fun as well. Maybe I bring... We'll bring these Streltsy maybe at the start with the OT-64. Then we've got these guys, we've got these. We'll take out that squad and we'll pop in these ones with more OT-64. 62Ds, sorry. I think that's where I'm gonna leave that. Artillery, I think we're gonna drop in both of these. Like, yeah, that'll do. And then maybe some longer range artillery. Yeah, we'll try that. Then for the tank tab, I think these are definitely worth trying. I kind of want to pop these AT guns in here. We'll get Malyutkas in there. We're definitely up in the T-72s. Do I need T-54s? How are we doing on leaders? We got 3, 2. I kind of need leader tanks, so we'll bring some T-54s. And then I don't know if I want to add more to this tab yet. We'll come back to it. Right, in the recon, I'm feeling that we bring these guys with the OT recon half track. It's kind of slow, so maybe not. Yeah, we'll just bring them in the normal truck. Do I want to upvet them? Maybe not. I think I'll bring in some normal Preskomnici. We'll bring in the exceptional optics. I think that'll do for now. As much as I want to kind of try these, I just don't see them being that good. All right, AA. Definitely bring in the Krugs. I think I will upvet them. Or do I want to just go full RNG? Probably full RNG is probably the way to go. We'll bring in the Yashturka. I'm actually going to bring these in. Well, I think this is just RNG. We just go all out on the RNG. How much damage do these actually do? Not even that much. So even if you hit, it's not even going to kill anyway. It's kind of funny. These are probably worth bringing. Yeah, I don't know if the Strela 2M is really worth it. I'm going to try out these with the rockets, and then for the air tab, definitely bring in the cluster, definitely bring the AT. And I think we probably just need plenty of AA. So maybe just both cards of MiGs. Because we have rocket artillery for dealing with infantry, so we don't really need like HE bombs or napalm. We don't really need like rockets. We just need AT and cluster for dealing with enemy tanks that will be hard for us to deal with. I think that's the play. Anything else I can fit in? Such an interesting division. I was playing against this before when someone basically used T-34 spam and SD-100 spam with AT guns and stuff. Very cool. You could make like a proper World War II deck out of this. But that's going to be the 303rd. I probably want to call it the 303rd Czechoslovak tank. Let me just do that. I didn't write it properly. 303rd. Okay, anyway. 303rd Czechoslovak tank. That'll do. That will help me identify them a bit better. I think it looks like a fun deck. And the infantry, I think, is going to be surprisingly good. Especially if we're like making sure we're using military police properly. Decent artillery to support them as well. That's going to be important. And then you've got good ambushing potential with the SD-100s. Plenty of Malutkas for range control. Like your AA is just RNG. Like even with the MiG-21s. Yeah, it's going to be fun to try out for sure. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. But that is where I'm going to leave the video. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.